Okay, got a question. Just came across something that really kind of, I guess, struck a nerve with me. So I've got a question for all you men out there. So what I came across was something that said that, this lady was 60 years old and
All right.
was going out on a date with a 67-year-old, and but he didn't want to commit to anything. And so I'm thinking I'm going to be single till the day I die. Oh Lord, I hope not. But what's up with that? Why doesn't anybody want to commit anymore? Is it just because of past relationships and being hurt, and you're just afraid you're going to get hurt again, and it's just better to be alone or date or be non-committal? What's the deal? I need some answers because this is kind of scary because I want to be married again. I want to spend what I have left of my life.
Well, it could be a couple of things I feel like, and that's just my opinion on it. Maybe they've been in a divorce, so at that point in time, they don't really feel like committing right then and there up front, and losing all of that, but they still want companionship, right? So that's number one. Number two might be that their wife passed away, and so they're trying to test to see if they're ready, and maybe it's not quite time for them. I think those are questions that you could ask them instead of asking TikTok, but that is just my opinion.
I'm done dating. I'm done dating. You cannot date in your 50s, okay? And if y'all are still dating in your 60s, like, what does that even look like? Okay, because, like, who has time really to date? I mean, you both got jobs, you got your hobbies, things you do on the side. It's like, where do you fit in another human being? Okay, and then, like, you have to share, and, like,
You just hit the nail on the head. Most of you modern women don't want to share. Y'all don't want to share y'all's life. Y'all want to add on to it. And so obviously a component of a relationship is adding on to, but the sharing is the biggest component because that's what you're going to be doing. And when are a team, you're going to be sharing knowledge, information, understanding in order to build towards a common goal. So all of this is speak for I'm selfish and I don't want to move off of what I want to do, but I want a man and come in to mold to what I have going on.
you've been like nobody wants to share, because we're set in our ways. We've been doing things our way, and I don't want to change my ways.
We know.
I don't want to share my cat.
But if a man were to come in and change everything for you and do everything as a man should, but you don't cook, you don't do anything. You don't do anything. It's funny, it doesn't matter what age it is, the man always has to be there. He always has to provide. It doesn't matter whether it's in retirement or prime working years. He always has to provide. I'm thinking about a video where an old man and the man looked like he should have been in a nursing home. The woman was asking him for spousal support. They look like they're in their mid 70s. I'm not joking. Asking for spousal support. At that age, the man still has to provide something. And I think the video said because she didn't want to dig into some type of property fund or something like that she had. So she wanted him to send over money. This is what modern women are. I want to continue living my life the way I want to live it, but then I want you to fund it. Even though we should be helping each other, you're going to be doing most of the work.
Couch with anybody else. I don't want to share my bed with anybody else.
We know.
I don't want to share my toilet with anybody else. Okay. So I don't know how
I
to
worry
date.
about your
I don't know how to
nasty
date if you
toilet.
can't see them, and you ain't got time to talk to them because you're at work. Okay, and then it costs too much money. Okay, because it ain't like the guy pays for everything. Okay, so you got to pay your part too. It's expensive.
That's your job. That's your job. Somebody beeping. Cut this off. Leave us alone.
Who wants to date? It costs money to date, and then I got to share my stuff. I don't want to do that.
Oh, my multi.
I love seeing all the men on social media talk about gold diggers because, frankly, there is no better way to see, number one, who doesn't have any actual gold. to dig? And number two, who are the men that completely lack any financial sophistication? Yeah, because men who have a lot of money don't give a single rip about how much they are going to spend on a woman or anything else. They just love that they have all of that cash to splash. And men who have a lot of money earn it so that they can have nicer things, lots of them. And on that list would be women. Yeah, that's why certain cars are called kitty cat magnets, right?
But oh man, how dumb does this sound? How dumb does this sound? It seems like, you know what? Let me say it like this. If there's a kitty cat magnet, it's probably because that kitty cat has been purring on a lot of different engines. Maybe you need to take that magnet off yours so you can stop being drawn to this type of. Listen, men already know what you're up to. That's what they keep saying. They know that you're up here acting a fool. Oh, certain cars are the kitty cat magnet. Listen, y'all out here wasting time. Y'all saying that men need to be providers and they need not to be worried about money. No, those times are over. You need to get your behind in gear. It don't matter what age, because a man's going to have to do it. Oh, I want his money. And if he's worried about money, then he's broke. What? So you're telling me that all of the companies that keep a strict budget are broke? You're telling me that these companies like Microsoft and Coca-Cola and Amazon, they're broke because they don't want to waste money? What are we doing right now? Should a man want to say, I'm not going to be just blowing money like that, right? I don't mind taking you out and having a nice dinner, but we're not going to be blowing money, especially if you don't have any interest in me. We're not going to be doing that. But you saying, well, you don't have any money, you're broke. How does that sound? All right.
Now, men who have a lot of money know this. They know how to protect their assets through a myriad of legal avenues. They know all the tricks, all the loopholes. They have accountants and lawyers at their disposal. They square that stuff away and move on to enjoy the fruits of their labor. And they want to enjoy those fruits with a lady by their side that looks the part. They delight in the opportunity to.
Yeah, but y'all not looking the part. Y'all not looking the part. Y'all not the part. It sounds like you trying to put yourself in that league. You're not there.
Buy her clothes. Take her on the fancy vacations, the bags, the diamonds, the cars, whatever she
Jesus.
wants. They actually want it more than she does because they want everyone to look at her and know that he has a fat wallet.
That's what I'm saying. This is why men are cutting y'all off at the pass, because they already see where you're going. Y'all sitting up there trying to make it seem like y'all are in it for the man's heart. And the man says, I'm not stepping out this house because I already know what you're up to. Oh, no, it never been like that. And then in the same breath, y'all talking about, well, if you want to get in my pants, then just say so. Just say, why do you gotta lie? Why do you gotta lie? But then you on here lying. You are lying. You don't like a man for anything else other than his money. Oh, he's got a myriad of places to protect his money. Why would he have to protect his money from his wife, except that his wife is scheming and plotting? That sounds like you. That sounds like what you were describing. Scheming and plotting on a man. Oh, he would want to spend money on diamonds. He would want to buy her whatever she wants and take her to fancy dinners because he knows that if he spends money on her and everybody sees her, then they'll look at him and say he's got a big fat wallet. So both of y'all are shallow. That's what you're telling me. There ain't no love. It's just both of y'all want to be seen. Both of y'all conceited. And then when he dumps you in about 5 years because you're old and wrinkly, then all of a sudden men are trash. Huh? When he don't want no marriage because he don't want you stealing his assets, then all of a sudden he's got a problem and he's a trash man. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear what you're saying? Do you hear what you're advocating for? Oh, you're so broke. You don't have any gold to dig for. Oh, these rich men, they're going to take me out on a yacht and I'm going to live my best life and you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing but talking silly on the internet. That's about it.
Hi, John. So you say that I portray that I'm unapproachable in this particular video and better than others. And I will tell you, I do not think I'm better than others.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I will tell you, I don't care what you're telling me. And I don't mean to be rude about that. Y'all modern women have a way of having an attitude of it's an air about you. You don't really see it because you don't got no self-awareness, even at y'all's age. And men be dodging y'all, avoiding y'all. But when a man says this is what you're giving off, y'all don't have the common sense enough to listen and say, well, you know what? Let me think about it. Well, I can't listen to what everybody else says because then my self-esteem would be low. But let me see if that makes any sense and change it accordingly. But you sitting up here about to defend yourself when maybe the man has a point.
But I do know my worth. I didn't create boundaries, is really what it's about. So if I'm unapproachable to somebody, that's actually good news because we don't have the same energy and we're not going to align.
All right.
Yeah, I'm done with the nonsense and the small talk.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta.
an honor.
You making something up. You gotta make something up. That's what you're doing. Like y'all modern women don't be having no conversation. They don't be saying anything. They don't really be talking about nothing. I'm done with the small talk. Okay, then come up with some questions. Come up with some questions and see how you go.
To be a part of me. That doesn't make me better than someone. That just means I recognize my worth and I value my space and my time.
Right.
I'm at a point in my life, honestly, I don't want to waste my time anymore with anybody who doesn't value me. The people I spend time with need to have a higher vibration and excitement and vigor about life because I do. I can't be in the presence of somebody who's low energy and whose motivation isn't to be the very best version of themselves. And if that means, I got an eyelash falling out here. If that means that someone like you or someone else is viewing me as somebody who thinks they're better than others, that is okay with me because our energies don't align. But I will say it's not actual. It just means I know my worth and there is so much power in that.
Oh, brother.
You know, why don't you continue to pat yourself on the back? Because that's what modern women do. They just continue to pat themselves on the back. I get knowing your worth, self-esteem. A lot of times you got to build yourself up because nobody else in the world will. Men, probably more than anybody else, they understand that and they get that. Maybe in a different way because women face different things than men do. Different challenges, different problems than men do. But it's all good. We got to still come around to the same thing. And that's building your confidence to learn and accept who you are as a person. Ain't nobody saying that there's anything wrong with that. What men are saying is that, and it's not just you and your age range. It's not just your demographic. It's multiple modern women, 20, 30, 40, acting a plumb fool, talking about you ain't worth my time. And the man makes more money than you. Not only does he make more money, he's more established in his mind. He's more well-rounded than you are. But somehow you're saying things like, well, if I come off as unapproachable to you, then that must mean something wrong with you. And I'm okay with that. Okay, but have you ever thought I'm alone because I can't seem to understand that this part of my life needs to be fixed? I'm okay with this part of my life over here, but I need to fix this part of my life. Y'all never do that because y'all never take accountability. Y'all don't think anything is wrong with y'all. That's why y'all are having the problems in dating today because nothing is ever wrong. Ever.
Hang on.
Okay, there's no script. I didn't write this down. I want to know, how do people in their 50s like me continue to date? I had a real connection, or so I thought, with this person. We dated for a month, and this guy was great. Good morning text, good night text, every night text, every freaking day for 30 days. Almost exactly 30 days. Last weekend, he ended up getting sick, and we called the date short.
Okay.
Since then, I get maybe a sentence here and there no good nights, no good morning. I know he's sick. Okay, I get that. I get that. Today I texted him again, and sidebar, I am a way overthinker.
How long has this been going on? You just gave us a time frame of the month. How long has this been going on? Has he been sick for 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, no kidding. She is an overthinker.
You said last weekend. Is it Monday at that point in time? Is it Tuesday? You said he got sick. What does he have? Did he tell you he has the flu? Is it pneumonia? What is it? What is it? Why are we not having this conversation with him instead of with the internet?
I overthink a lot. And I'm really insecure. Not really, but
Yep. Okay.
normally insecure like everybody else would be. Anyway, anywho, yeah. He's just not like available.
Modern women always think that everything is centered around them. So if they're secure, that's their normal is supposed to be everybody else's normal. So I'm insecure, but everybody else is like this. No, sis, you probably need to talk to somebody about to go get some help and not the internet.
Like he was. He's not wanting to text or talk. And I had actually stopped myself from trying to being happy. And then I was convinced, just go with it, enjoy it, be happy. And then I did.
Mm-hmm.
And now here I am. Almost 54. And still alone. And single.
Why don't you just talk to him about it? Once again, I know that sounds simple, but hey, it seems like, we're not talking as much as we used to. I don't know if you're busy now or, there's other things that are preoccupying your time, or maybe you just don't like me. But, I would be willing to have a conversation about it. Are you open to that? If he doesn't respond, you got your answer. If he tries to come back a week or so later, and at this point in time, he's at least been giving you 1 to 2 words or 1 to 2 sentences, so he can communicate. But if after a week he comes back, I had so much going on. Hey, listen, I thought we had a really great time, but I just don't think that communication wise we're going in the same direction. Move on. If you want to give him a chance to explain himself and go out on a date with him, you can do that too. But I'm just telling you, instead of overthinking and talking to the internet about it, you just go straight to him.
This message is for men over 40 and you know what? Men over 30 even. Y'all are looking toe up on the dating apps.
Toe up.
As women make more and more
Toe up. Girl, shut up.
money and we're not forced to be with someone for economic stability, guess what? We're going to be going for attraction. We're going to go for good. We're going to go for romance. All these things that we couldn't go for because we had to prioritize financial stability for the future of our children and to have a roof over our heads. We couldn't have our own credit cards 30 years ago.
Yep.
And while we were making ourselves look as desirable as possible, going under the knife, butchering ourselves to look good for you guys better be going in to get Botox, get that filler, fly to Turkey, get that
You're saying that guy should be doing that?
hair transplant, go to the gym,
Girl, you tripping.
get that facelift. Y'all are just sitting there about how you can't get a girl to swipe right on you. But what are you doing about your appearance?
Shallow, stupid, idiotic. Just to name a few words. This woman, dating tips, she said, for men over 40, stop looking so ugly and old. You need to get a grip on life. You're not cool. Don't nobody like you. You not that cute. Let's start there. That's number one. Number two, all of the stuff that you saying about men and what they need to do, forget it. Let it go. Throw it in the trash. That's what I'm doing with what you just said. I just heard you and I said trash, double trash, triple trash, compact dumpster trash. Because that's where it's going. Because I got more. I don't need just a dumpster. I need a compactor. Because From all the stuff that you said, I'm just gonna keep on throwing it in a dumpster. Just throwing it in there. All of it. Man, you got a big bag of trash. Another big bag of trash. A 55-gallon? Is it leaves? No, it's trash that came out of her mouth. That's what it is to me. Telling men that they should fly to Turkey and be as fake as you? Getting a facelift? Getting Botox and lip fillers? I understand saying go to the gym, I get it. But this thing that has made y'all insecure as women, you now want men to go do? So men can be just as insecure, as vain as you? Have you lost your mind? And these are the type of women that want men to listen. I want you to communicate effectively, and I want you to understand, you don't listen to me. Well, when you say stupid stuff like this, what am I listening to? Because you ain't said nothing that's going to actually progress society as a whole. You just said a whole bunch of things. Well, we're looking for good intimacy, good love. We're looking for attractiveness. We're looking for the six-pack abs. Are you looking for a man that's going to keep his hands to himself? Are you looking for a man that's going to treat you and others around you with respect? No, because you're going to get on here. Oh, man, he really did his big one on this one. What you mean, sis? I'm not going to laugh about that. That's not funny. It's a serious topic. He did his big one on this, and he choke slammed me. He DDT'd me. He body slammed me. All because I've just went for looks. I could have avoided it, but because I wanted looks so bad, I found out the hard way that what I was out here doing was stupid. And that's something that you're going to have to live with. And you're going to feel that mistake, unfortunately for you. I hope it never happens, but I'm just telling you.
Some dating advice for my ladies who are over 40. I actually suggest that you lie about your age on the apps and get under the 40 threshold, because a lot of dumb men, ageist men, will filter you out without really giving it a second thought. But this way you can prevent yourself from getting filtered out. And what I do is I always tell the truth. I don't always tell the truth. If I think on the first date that I'm going to want to see the guy again, I do tell him the truth. If I think it's going nowhere, then there's no point, because there won't be a second date.
Right.
But when I have told the truth, you'd be shocked at the number of men who really don't care and actually like appreciate that you did that, because otherwise they wouldn't have seen you on the dating app. And so I 100%.
And when you say shocked at the number of men, do you mean like out of the 20 men that you went out with, only like one or two was like, oh, okay. I was expecting none of them to like it, because I straight up lied. But a couple of them, maybe even 3, were okay with me lying my behind off. Maybe you shouldn't do that. That's how I know your morality barometer is shot. Don't nobody need to be listening to nothing you gotta say.
Then always get a second date. Then you don't have to worry about it ever again. And when they book a flight for you, they know your birthday. But to the men watching this, do you care if a woman lies about her age?
Yeah, girl, you got something going on. I know this is a skit or something like that. It's got to be a joke, because can't nobody be serious about saying silly stuff like this with a straight face, no less. Got to be a comedian as far as I'm concerned.